Hey guys, at long last, my new Razer Blackwidow Chroma Stealth has shipped and I've got it. I was on back order for about 2 weeks, a little bit more, and they finally got it out to me. I guess with the whole Christmas stuff, they were pretty backed up. But anyways, shipped in this big huge box. I don't know why they shipped it in a box almost 3 times its size, probably to keep it from knocking around, even though it seemed pretty not packed in very tight when I opened the box. And they wrapped it in this kind of pointless plastic thing, but at least it's got Razer logos and stuff around it, so they tried. Anyways, here's my box. I'm gonna open it. So let's do this. We got a couple. Actually, I wonder. So, oh, you know what? It's probably like every other Razer thing. You undo the tape, and this pulls out. Oh yeah, see there, for gamers, by gamers. Ta-da! So this is what I think of as, oh, I'll read that later, but that's cool. I think this is probably one of the better keyboards on the market. People are gonna disagree with me because there are those who don't like Razer and there are those who don't like Razer's products. I like Razer. Some people call it, well, actually, we'll get to that later. Anyways, let's pull this thing out. So here's the, I think it's a double braided cable, maybe, for extra protection so that there's no fraying, and so that everything works. How do you get this out? Good job, Razer, for making it hard to get this thing out. There we go. There we go. Blackwidow Chroma Stealth. Pull this guy out. And is there anything else in the box? Got this elaborate box with some very nice. They take pride in their boxes. As dorky as that sounds, it makes a difference because when you're opening these boxes, they want you to have a good experience, even though it's just opening a box. But I think they do a pretty good job at it. And I also like the way they design the outside of the boxes, because it, I mean, believe it or not, oh, there went my knife. Believe it or not, when you've got this sitting on a shelf, be it in your closet or in a store or something, it makes a difference. It catches people's eyes, and that's what Razer wants. They want to be noticed, because they want their products to be noticed. So this right here is my old keyboard. Not really mine, because it's actually my brother's. I borrowed it from him when my keyboard died. I previously had a Gearhead. It was an ergonomic wireless. It was nice. I liked. Well, it wasn't exceptionally nice, but I liked it, and it fit for my needs. But it finally died, so I borrowed that keyboard from my brother because I don't own any other ones, and so that's what I've been using for about the last week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. I don't know how to get this off with one hand, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this down. Hello, can you see me? So behind you is is this bad boy. That is a Razer Naga Epic Chroma. It's basically the 2014 version of the Naga Epic that already existed with chroma lighting. I think they just renamed it to add it to the Chroma family because it was already there. But originally I thought it was something completely new, and then I found out that the 2013 Naga also had chroma lighting, and they're not a whole lot different, except that the 2014 Naga, which is the one that I have, has some higher higher end hardware than the 2013 did, of course, because that's what happens when you make a new year product, or whatever you want to call it. Anyways, so right immediately we can see that there are 2 USBs and 2 auxiliary ports or plugs. They've also got the gold plating. I don't know how much that helps, to be honest, but one of these is going to be for the keyboard, one of these is going to be for the USB plug, which is right there, and these are for, this one's for sound and this one's for mic. And so right on the corner right here is an extra USB and then a headphone and mic. I can't tell which one's which because it's dark, but that's going to be nice, because then I don't have to plug my USBs into the front of my computer where they can get smashed, because I know that they can be smashed because I've done it before by accident. Anyways, so the point of the Stealth, and the reason I bought it, is because when you type on it, it's quiet. The normal Blackwidow Ultimate Chroma is really like loud, and this one is really soft and quiet. So there's a little sample for you. But anyways, let's get this thing plugged in. Alright, it is set up, so let's take a look at it. Immediately, one of the things that I noticed, and this is probably not something that you should notice immediately, but the num lock is really dim. I think that's just kind of how it is, but check out that. Now you can't really tell because my lights are on, but look at the color. And wow, that's gorgeous. That is beautiful. So basically what's going on here is each individual key has its own LED underneath it, and each LED can light up all of, not all at once, but can light up one of 16.8 million colors. And then there's a white backing under the keys that really lets the light shine through. Also, the keys have the clear spots where the characters are, so that the light can shine through there too. They also added in this nice little glossy Razer logo that also shines up the colors, and overall it's just a gorgeous keyboard. So I'm gonna go ahead and cycle through some of the different functions that it can do, and show you guys what this baby's capable of. So also, before I go, I like the black matte finish. It is plastic, but it feels soft, and I like that. I'm not a fan of brushed aluminum, so things like the palm rest on like a Mac, I don't like that. The Corsair RGB, I think it's like K70, that one is it's a beautiful keyboard, and the lights are really bright, but it's got this brushed aluminum case, or rather frame, which a lot of people love, but I personally don't like it. I think it looks, I don't know, there's just something about the matte black that I like, even though it's plastic. If they had made it out of like brushed aluminum but made it matte black, I don't know, maybe I'd like it. I'm not really sure, but I do like the plastic, even though it's a little cheap. But if you could lift this like I can right now, you can feel it is a very, very sturdy keyboard. When you hold this, it is not flexing whatsoever. It also, I feel it's got plastic. It feels like it's completely, the outside is completely plastic, but you can definitely tell that the inside is pretty beefy. There's probably a pretty heavy steel plate in there to keep it all together. So anyways, let's have some light shows. So be right back. Alright guys, so I've actually spent some time playing with these lighting settings. I'll get to that in a minute, but I just wanted to give you guys a little tour of the things that I've done, and after I show you what I've done, I will show you how I did it. I absolutely love this keyboard, but you'll understand why better in a few minutes. So as it is right now, and it's going to be rather dark, see my hand, so that you can actually see what I'm trying to show you. As it is right now, it's just an ordinary static red. My kind of theme for my whole system is black and red. I really love those two colors. Don't really know why, but that's my theme. So this is probably what it's going to look like most of the time. But if you press this button right here, actually no, I'm going to go with the next one down. So if you press the little M2 key, well actually, you know what? So M2 and M3 both have a special feature. M3 turns it to this. And so this I call confetti, and so you can see that well, you might be able to tell all of the different keys are a different color except my name and the function keys. And then there's this little M1 key that brings you back to the static red. So that's confetti. M2 brings you to what I call my gaming template. So right here we got a wave going on. We got some of the typical gaming buttons color coded. So like the chat buttons, T and enter are yellow, and movement are white, and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of just like in my head went through all of the different things that would be useful in games and combined them all into one color scheme. So then if you click on M2, it takes you into Minecraft. So very much very minimalized for Minecraft. And then if you press M2 again, it takes you into Skyrim. So this is my Skyrim mode. And then if you press M1, it goes back to the template. And if you press M1 again, it goes back to static red. And now here is the best part, the part that I've put the most work into, and this is going to be kind of exciting, I think. So let me hold my camera a little bit differently. Alright, so press M1 again, and it goes into what I call basic. And then if you press M2, you see it's got this little rainbow effect going on. It goes into full rainbow. If you press M2 again, it goes into static green, just to kind of display a different static that's not my ordinary static. If you press M3, it goes into pulse. And then if you press M3 again, it goes into react. And you can hear my computer is freaking out from me touching the buttons. And so I've set this up so that when I press keys, it reacts and it holds red for a short amount of time, and then it goes back to white. And this is just a really dim white. The hex code, I think it's hex, that I used for that is 0A0A0A, and that creates just a very dim white. And then if we go and press M4, it goes into breathing mode, which I set it to breathe random colors. And so that just pulses different colors. And then if you press M4 again, it goes into spectrum cycle mode. And so now it's just changing colors slowly. So, and then my favorite part, if you press M1, it goes back to basic. And then if you press M1 again, back to standard. So I call this start, just because I want it to start when my computer starts up. So anyways, let me set this up so that I can show you how I did all of this. Alright guys, so here you can see that the keyboard is currently in the start mode. That's the mode that I created so that it'll start up as red. And you can see that I linked it to rain meter, which is what these meters are over here. That's a rain meter running, and that's my skin. I modified a skin that I found online called Plasma Chamber to make this skin. And you're not going to be able to see my keyboard in this section of the video because I'm currently just recording my screen, because that was the easiest way to show you this. So anyways, here you can see that I can program any key to do anything like let's say mouse function left click or enter device sensitivity. Yeah, so I could press G to change the sensitivity of my mouse. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to disable G, but you get the point. And so also I've got these 3 keys that are programmed, and so if I press M2 it switches over into gaming template. If I press M1 again it goes back, M3 it goes to confetti, M1 it goes back, M1, M2. Well, yeah, you get the point. So here's all of the programmed buttons that allow me to do those fancy things that I was showing previously. And so yeah, I've pretty much programmed all of them. This is the, well, you can't see it, but this is what I use for editing, just because I thought that it might be fun. And actually, you know what, why don't I show you that one as an example. So to change the lighting options, and this is my favorite part, you go to lighting and then you can pick from different preset things like reactive, breathing, spectrum cycling, etc., or custom. And what custom allows you to do is you can go into the Chroma configurator and it opens up this. And so I've got one set of static and another set of static. And so the effect layers, they go top to bottom. Basically, since this is dim white, it doesn't look like it, but it's actually a dim white, and it's on the bottom. That means that it's going to be covered up by everything on top of it. So this one, which is all the colors, is covering up the dim white. You can select to pick different keys. You can click on them, and then if you want to pick multiple, then you can hold control and pick them. You just have to left click on them. Or if you want to add certain keys that you've already, or certain keys that are already preset, you can click on these. And to choose colors, you can click down here. So if we want to make enter purple, we can do that, and then click apply, and it sets, and now I can see that my enter key has turned purple. So that's how that works. So I definitely think this is a great keyboard. I would definitely recommend it to anyone who is looking for a mechanical keyboard. It is $180 including tax, roughly $180. So there is a decently steep price, but for the price I think it's a great deal, and it's a pretty spectacular keyboard. Especially the lights and the materials and the feel of the typing is just awesome. I love this keyboard. So anyways, thanks for watching this video. If you want to go over and check out my gaming channel on YouTube, my username is Phoenix Knight. That's Phoenix spelled P-H-E-O-N-I-X _Knight, like knight in shining armor, so K-N-I-G-H-T. The P and the K are capitalized. Go check out my gaming channel. I've got some videos up, mostly on Minecraft. I'm working on a Skyrim series right now. I've edited about half of those videos, and so once I get all of those edited, I will upload them and set them to slowly release. But anyways, go check that stuff out. I'm Ben. If you didn't see on my ring earlier, I'm Ben. You can call me Ben or Phoenix Knight, I don't really care. But anyways, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you again sometime.